Who's up? Bailey, what are you doing, my friend? Call capture? Good. Why don't you run it with Brennan so Brett can coach it?
Right.
Hello.
Hello, is this Brennan?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Brennan, this is Fleet with ViewHomesUtah.com, Century 21. How you doing?
Yeah, how are you, Fleet?
I'm doing good. The reason I'm giving you a call is we're looking in the Payson area. I want to know what I can do to help you out.
Yeah, just looking, good website to look at.
Can I stop you? Okay, really good. And I didn't stop because it was bad. Just want you to know that first off. Look this way for a second. Okay, remember one of the things that, and the reason it's so much in my forefront of my mind is I'm helping somebody really through this that is really struggling.
Okay.
Remember, we're calling with the good news. Okay, we're excited about life. When we show up just humbug or just low keyed or hey, I'm just doing a job, they're gonna feel it.
Yeah.
So at ring is, hey, this is Billy. Is this Brennan?
Okay.
Be excited about what you're doing.
Okay.
Shoulders back, chest out, head up.
Sure.
This is like the 10th call rather than the first.
Yeah.
You're like energy. Does that make sense?
It does.
Just bring the energy because the energy is what's going to set the tone for the call. This will make a massive difference in your conversion. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
If people want to be around energy, people want to be around happiness. People, remember, we're in a festive time of the year. Call like you're happy about it. Okay?
Start on your page just a little bit.
There you
just
go.
A little quick.
Ring.
Hello.
Hello, is this Brennan?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Brennan, this is Philippe with ViewHomesUtah.com, Century 21. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. I noticed you were browsing my website, ViewHomesUtah.com, looking in the Payson area. I see you looked at a property on 123 Main Street. Do you have some time this week to walk through that property?
No, I'm good, man. I was just looking.
Okay. Most people that are on the website are 3 to 6 months out in the first place. This is just a preliminary call, so whenever you are ready, we'll have the steps to make this a smooth transaction.
Okay, let's stop. Look this way. No. Let me ask you, what do you feel like? Was that an amped up for you?
No, I know how to do this.
No, I know, but I'm trying to figure out where this is. So the question really is, truly, was that something you're like, okay, this is amped for me? Okay. So bring the excitement. I want you to do what you think, because if that's not, you miss the whole conversation. Does that make sense? And it's not that you're doing bad. I want you to know that. You're doing really good. This is about getting scary good. You're good enough. We need to start taking you to that next level. It's like let's throw in a couple more plates because you're going to lift it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because you're that good. So I want you to, let's get better.
Okay.
Okay? For rock and roll from the top.
Ring.
Hello.
Hey, is this Brennan?
There you go.
Hey, Brennan, Philippe with Century 21, ViewHomesUtah.com. How are you?
Doing good. How are you?
I'm good, man. Noticed you were looking at some beautiful properties in Payson. I want to know exactly what it is you're looking for so I can help you out.
Yeah, I don't even really know what I'm looking for. I was just looking.
Oh, no, I noticed you were looking at a 3-bedroom, 2-house. I mean, is Payson the only area that you're looking in?
Yeah, right now, like I said, I'm just looking. I don't even know it.
Okay. Okay, no problem. While we're just in that preliminary stage, could you share with me what's got you thinking of moving in the first place?
Well, right now, I don't live in a home. I don't own a home.
Are you renting right now?
Yeah, obviously in the future I want a home, but obviously.
Where are you renting right now? Are you in the Payson area?
Okay, pause. Turn around. 10 times better. Could you see the physiology changing? Could you feel it?
Yeah, for sure.
I watched his, that's the way in the beginning, that's the way you need to be all the time. Okay? If that's amped, be amped all the time. This latter part, he said, can't remember what it was.
He's renting.
He's renting.
He's just looking to twice, and then he's renting.
Yeah, awesome. Let's get you into home ownership. Let's get you be excited again with what you're doing. You should have seen the physiology change. I felt it. I could see him change. He went from here to here. And I wish that would have been on camera because the change was exactly what I'm talking about. Be excited when he says, oh, okay, just renting. Wow, let's get you into home ownership. Let's create some wealth for you. Do you see the difference? Because right at that point, I heard you go down to here again.
Yeah.
Could you feel it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you need to be excited through the whole thing. So this isn't just for you. I want him to hear it too as he goes through. That's why I'm stopping you so much. Because really, the excitement needs to be, look, this is a good time. This is a good thing. You'll lose them if you start diving off like you did. Okay? Be pumped up. Oh, you're just renting. Awesome. Well, look, this is a great time to start investing in your future.
Someone has to say it.
Yeah, this is a great time to be investing in your future. That makes sense?
Yeah. Don't
let it drop off.
Okay.
I mean, it sounds weird and it feels weird because it's uncomfortable. It's not where your personality normally is. But we really need to bring you guys to that point so your conversion rate starts changing. Make sense?
Yeah.
So pick it up from, well, I'm just renting right now.
I'm just renting right now.
Okay, hey, that's exciting. Looks like you're on the first step to home ownership. Just looking around here, huh?
Yeah, I guess.
Awesome. So, when do you want to actually get into a property?
Not for a little bit, at least a year.
Okay, stop. Rather than asking that question, wouldn't it make sense to maybe get you into home ownerships right now? What would be better, tonight or tomorrow or whatever? Tie the opportunity now. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay.
But hey, wouldn't it make sense to get into some home ownership now rather than later?
I mean, that'd be nice, but I don't think I can do it right now.
Well, hey, that's exactly why we should meet. You can come to my office. We can develop a year-long game plan on what it's going to take for you to actually qualify and be walking into a new home by this time next year.
Take out year and just put game plan.
We're going to have a game plan that can get you ready to own a home sooner rather than later. Would 5 o'clock or 7 o'clock work better to come to the office?
Honestly, man, I don't know if I don't really know if I'm going to move in next year or whatever. I don't want to really focus too much on getting a home. I mean, it'd be nice.
Okay, let's turn around and talk about this. Here's what I tell you with this. If he just went to this, I'm not sure. He's not sure he even wants to buy or even stay. So my next question would be, do you plan on staying here in Utah? Wouldn't it make sense for us to get together, put a plan together before prices go up? You have anything to add to that?
My only thing is, on the last thing that he said he didn't know if he could get into a house.
There you go.
And I would have said, is it that you don't think you can qualify for a house, or
there you go.
do you not want to buy a house? And you could respond to either one and say, well, it doesn't make sense. And go back to what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly. Because see where he's going is he's kind of slipping away a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I don't think that there's enough value statements made. So one of the reasons I would make that comment is purely, well, wouldn't it make sense to get together before prices keep going up?
Okay.
Let's put a game plan together to get you into home ownership now. If you could, would you? That's going to really smoke out. Does he really want to buy? Because if he doesn't really want to buy, or he can't, I mean, we'll move on to the next call. Time is money, right?
Yeah.
So ask those good, powerful, qualifying questions. Okay?
Been up there for 15 minutes. So that's a trip.
Yeah, come on. Did you have anything else to add on that?
Just asking the right questions, you know what I mean?
When I hear could, I can definitely, the word could is like an entrance to multiple other questions.
Yeah, I mean,
I look out for that word.
so look, it wasn't you were really doing anything too horribly wrong. It's time to start separating you from where you're at into that really powerful mode of prospecting and being able to ask great questions. Does that make sense? So remember, energy, power, excitement, all of those things are going to make a difference, okay?
All right, I'm gonna do my best.
Okay.
Ring, ring.
Hello?
Hey, is this Philippe?
Yes, it is.
Hey, Philippe. My name is Brennan with Century 21. How's it going today?
I'm good. I'm good.
Good. So the reason I'm calling, it looks like you just hit my site, viewhomesutah.com, looking at some homes in Sandy, and I was wondering if you had some time this week to go look at the homes.
No, not this week. I'm actually traveling for work, but I was just browsing the site. So, I'm just looking around. Not really too interested at the moment.
Cool. All right. Well, what do you do for work?
I own a company and we have several locations, but I'm in Utah 3/4 of the year, but I travel the rest of the year.
Man, that's awesome. Where are you living right now?
Well, I'm in Washington right now and about to head back to Utah in around 3 weeks.
Okay, so what it sounds like is you're spending lots of your time in Utah, so you're just looking around for a home.
Yeah, we might be moving soon because this job's getting good. We'd like to get into a better place.
All right. Well, I mean, that's what I'm here for. I think I could definitely help you out a lot. What kind of home are you looking for?
We need 4 bedrooms minimum and 2 baths and 3-car garage. That's really it. We have 2 teenagers and we have a lot of cars, so I just want to make sure we have enough space for everyone.
Nice. Okay. So, and not enough space. How many kids do you have?
We have 2, but
Nice.
one plays football, so his friends are over all the time, and the other she plays soccer, so her friends are over all the time. So we have a lot of people coming in through the houses, and the place we have right now is just getting a little cramped.
Right. Okay. Well, I definitely think Sandy's the place for that. You have a nice, friendly neighborhood for the kids, lots of space. You can find some space for your friends, for your family to come over.
Yeah.
How would you? It looks like I have 3 properties right now in Sandy. How would you feel how would you like to go look at them? Jeez.
I don't think he's still all the way there, so you're trying to close him when he's still not sold on it. So he said, my place right now is too cramped. Talk about it.
Oh, okay.
Paint the picture on why it makes sense for him to do something.
Okay, and with that, here's what I want to point out. I don't know if you noticed that even at ring ring, when the way he answered, he couldn't help but change. He smiled.
Yeah.
He sat up.
Yeah, that was the best introduction I've heard from you.
So look, and I wish you could have seen it because it's exactly what I'm talking about. But you could feel it, couldn't you?
It's an automatic.
It's an automatic, right? And it puts them in that mindset where you need them to be. That's what I was really pushing you on throughout the role play. So keep that in mind. That is was really good. So pick it up, coach him where you was at. I was in the
Yeah, you just said right now just say again, my house is too cramped.
My house is way too cramped right now for everything going on.
All right. So your house is a little cramped. Tell me more about your living situation.
Well, I wish we had a more open area. I mean, the kitchen we have to squeeze into. I noticed a lot of homes have an open concept. That's really what I want. We don't have any open space at all. I know I've seen some ranch ramblers that I like a lot of space on the bottom. The rooms are tucked away, huge family room. We just don't have a big family room, and it seems like we're just stuffing people in all the time.
So you're really not happy with that small cramped space?
Nah, I mean, I guess during the holidays it's fine when it's just
Okay.
sports come around and it's way too busy.
Hey, well, I have 3 properties right here. They have some decent space in Sandy. When would be a good time you could go see them while you're out here?
Well, I'll be back in 3 weeks, so I guess then, but I don't even know if I could afford it right now or even have time. So, I mean, yeah, send me an email and I'll see if I like them and I'll get back to you in 3
Okay.
weeks.
Yeah, I'll definitely do that. Have you had an opportunity to talk to a lender about whether or not you can qualify in different financing plans?
No, I just thought I don't have any time.
Okay, well,
I'm
hey,
always driving around and traveling.
do you have 5 minutes right now?
Yeah, I do.
All right. Well, hey, I have a citywide upstairs. If it's all right, I'll walk right up there and give you the phone. It'll be 5-10 minutes, and you can go over kind of the financial part of it.
Okay.
Yeah, not bad. I mean, again, you only did one statement about what's wrong with the house, and you didn't go into any of the other things. You didn't say, well, is it in the location that you want? Are you renting? Do you own a home? You don't even know if they rent or own.
Yeah, so remember, it's always going and looking for the pain and offering the solution, right? It's really understanding remember, listen to understand, not to respond. Super important. And that's kind of where he's at with it. It's really pretty good. You can see by the energy that when you talk, makes a massive difference.
Yeah.
Should jump up and show them how it's done.
Yeah, and then the one thing I want to work on, I'm about to go to, it's not like exactly a listing appointment.
Okay.
But I told the guy that I wanted to meet with him. He has to do some repairs before he's ready to list it.
Listing?
Yeah.
Okay,
So-
is he a for sell by owner, or is he?
No,
pass
he's just getting ready to sell his house. And I told him I would go over things that he should put into it, the ROI that he should do to get the most money out of the house.
Okay.
So I don't know if I should actually go into the listing appointment. The
We
listing
can do
presentation.
that. Let's do that. Before we do that, we got a few minutes. Let's have Mario run up really quick and do a quick role play, and then we'll finish it up with you doing that presentation. Okay?
Mario, FISBO.
FISBO, Brennan, you're a FISBO. 3 and close. 3, I want her to push through 3 no's. Remember, energy, Maria,
Okay.
is what we're looking for, right?
Right.
Okay.
All right, ring.
Hello?
Hi, is this Brendan?
Yes, it is.
Is it Brandon or Brendan?
Brennan.
Brennan?
Brennan.
Brennan. Okay. Okay, let's go there. Ring.
Hello?
Hi, is this Brendan?
It is. Who's this?
Hi, Brendan. This is Mario with Century 21. I'm actually calling about your home for sale. Do you have a couple of minutes?
Not really right now. What are you calling about?
I'm calling about your home for sale that you bought up on KSL.
Okay. Are you interested in it?
I am actually an agent. I work with a lot of buyers and sellers in the neighborhood. Just wanted to give you a quick call and see what I can do to help you out.
Okay. So you're trying to sell it.
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah. No, I'm not really too interested. Thanks, though.
Sorry, what was that?
I'm not really too interested.
You're not too interested in
No.
getting your home sold?
Not in you help. I mean, I can do it myself. Not in you helping me.
Oh, you can do it yourself. You know, I definitely don't. I believe you can do it on your own. But how long have you had it on the market for?
I've just like 2 weeks, so I'm pretty confident I can get it done.
Well, that's wonderful. That's great. 2 weeks. So tell me a little bit about the property. What?
I mean, it's a nice property if you want to bring some buyers through, but I mean, honestly, I'm not really interested.
Yeah, Maria, right here, it's not a question of whether you can do it on your own or not. It's a question of how much you can put in your pocket. Fair enough?
Brennan, it's not a question of how much. Sorry.
Or whether or not you can sell it or not.
Whether or not you can sell it on your own. It's a question of how much you're putting in your pocket. Am I right?
Fair enough?
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's fair enough, but I can definitely get enough money in my pocket.
Of course you can.
No, of course you can. But if I can show you some techniques and strategies that would put the most amount of money in your pocket, and we can get what the market will bear, plus what we needed to market the property, therefore you would have absolutely nothing to lose, but everything to gain. Wouldn't that make sense to have a 15-20 minute conversation?
I mean, if you could show me some techniques to get it sold for more, I'd be willing to meet with you, but no guarantees on the work.
Absolutely, and of course, we're just exploring possibilities. Would tonight at 5 p.m. work for you?
Sure.
Very good.
A little bit.
Pull it up. So this is in the house. This is, you've seen it.
I guess I don't know exactly what's going to happen because I presented to him, like, look, I understand that you're not ready yet, but I want to come in and tell you exactly what you need to do to get the most amount of money, and more importantly, with things not to do, that's not going to get you the ROI that you want.
Perfect. So remember, it's about listening to understand the need.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming you've pre-qualified him, you've gone in, you know, he's ready, he's meeting with you,
Yeah.
and you're gonna go over, you're gonna look at the house, try to get some ideas what you need to do to get it ready for sale, right?
Yeah.
So remember, we're establishing value, it's value statements. This is how he's going to really build that ability to list the property, okay? So we got 6 minutes and that's,
Okay, let's just do it.
so let's just rock and see where you go with it. I want to see what you're doing.
All right.
Okay.
Well, hey, thank you so much for having me over
Yeah.
to your home. I truly appreciate it. I just want to let you know that I'm definitely committed to helping you achieve your goals, whatever the goals might be. And I just want to kind of find out, sit down with you for a second, kind of find out what's most important to you when selling the house.
Well, you know what? I need to get as much money out of this as I possibly can, so I appreciate you coming over,
Absolutely.
telling me some things that need to be done. Because in order for me to get where I'm going and do what I'm doing, I need all the money I can get. I'm sure you can understand that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So besides getting the most amount of money out of the house as possible, is there anything else that's important to you?
Just making the most money, really. I mean, that's why I'm selling it on my own, so I can save the commissions.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
And then how soon do we need to have this home sold and get into the next one?
Really, I'd like to be done somewhere late January, early February.
Okay.
So
typically the process to get the home sold, we probably have a couple weeks marketing it,
okay.
and then it normally takes about 4 weeks to actually go from under contract to close.
Okay.
And obviously within that time, we're going to go and look for houses for you that we can transition, make it really smooth going from this house to the next one. So with that timeline in mind, when do you think that we should list a house if you want to be into one by January, February?
I was really hoping to maybe do something, just after the first of the year, because I really don't want to go through the holidays and have people tracking through the property. It'll give me time to do some things I want to do to the home.
Absolutely. Okay, and do you have any reservations about the pricing or anything that we established?
I think you're a little weak on the pricing, but I mean, maybe you can show me what you're thinking is why.
Yeah, and so if we can agree upon price and you feel 100% confident that that is the right number for you and that's going to get your household for the most amount of money, is there anything holding us back from working and getting the paperwork going?
No, I think after the first week of January, second week of January, maybe we can do something.
Okay. All right, so let's talk about what we're going to do to get it sold.
Okay, stop. Okay, right now, this is extremely important that you go into why now. Do you know what the why now is?
It's a good time during the holidays.
Yeah, but look, the buyers who, and here's what I want you to touch on. Look, buyers right now who are looking have a high desire, high motivation, or high need. Those are the buyers that's probably going to give you the best price. Can we really afford to keep it off the market during that time? We have less competition and highly qualified buyers who have a high desire to buy right now. Wouldn't it make sense to expose it to them now? Do you see where I'm going with it?
Yeah.
You want to touch on that and to create some urgency, because that's a real scenario. Buyers who are buying right now have a high desire, high need. Let's get it exposed to them. What does that mean to you as a seller? Money. And not as much competition. So if the property's in a state to where you could really move forward with it, you really want to go to that point with it, and does it make sense?
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So I want you back up to that spot. Okay. Well, I think I'm going to wait till first or second week of January, Brett. So maybe we can talk then.
Okay, I totally appreciate that. And you said the biggest motivation for you was getting the most amount of money out of the house as possible.
True.
Great. So what I want you to consider is the fact that we have a ton of buyers right now that are in a high need to buy a home, and there's very little competition. And with there being so little houses on the market right now, don't you think it would make sense that if we had that high of demand, it would make sense to get the house on the market and maybe get it for a better price?
I never thought about that. That was probably something to consider. What are you thinking?
Well, I think that it would make sense to get it on the market right away, because we do have buyers right now that are looking, and I know that they're highly motivated. And a lot of people really need to get in a house before Christmas time. Are you prepared? Are you prepared to move out before then?
Yeah. If the numbers make sense,
if
sure.
it made sense for you financially. Okay, so here's what we should do. Let's go ahead and get the ball rolling. Get the paperwork signed. I'll have my photographer come out here and do some drone photos and do an interior.
Wow.
We'll do the whole 9 yards, and we'll get it on the market, let's say, in the next 3 days.
Okay.
Fair enough?
Fair enough.
Okay.
So tell me what your thoughts are. Rob.
A couple things. First off, I like your assumptive statements of, hey, when do we need to get this on the market?
Mm-hmm.
You're already making statements that you're working together.
Yes.
That you're going to get the
Very
property
good point.
listed. Fantastic. Keep doing that stuff. You opened up when you first started meeting with them, I know it's 6 minutes, so you're trying to just blow through things, so I get it. But the couple of key things is, first off, you gave direction. You just say, hey, this is what we're going to be talking about. This is what we're going to be doing. And then you ask questions. Fantastic. Tell me, what's important about moving? When were you thinking about putting your home on the market? When you went back and did the follow-up to the replay, when he was asking about that he wanted to wait till January or February. I'm sure it's because of time, but that's where we have a natural tendency, especially when we're under panic or under pressure, whatever it is. We stop asking questions and we start saying what we think they're going to want to hear.
There you go.
the best thing you could have done, rather than you saying, hey, well, I'll tell you what, the market's low in inventory, you know, we got a lot of buyers this time. When you just said, we're thinking about waiting until January, all you needed to ask is,